Is the United Kingdom quietly losing its religious soul? Is Christianity being replaced without anyone noticing? And is Islam rising in a way that could reshape the future of Britain? Guys, I want you to watch this short video. When I return, I will break down what could be the biggest cultural shift in UK history.
Over 3,000 mosques, 130 Sharia courts, more than 50 Sharia councils. 78% of Muslim women don't work and receive state support and free accommodation. 63% of all Muslims do not work and receive free housing. State-supported Muslim families have an average of 6 to 8 children who all receive free accommodation. Every school in the UK is required to teach about Islam. The #1 baby name in the UK is Muhammad. And then these are all aside from the fact that we've recently had that parliamentary report that revealed 250,000 young white British girls have been raped by predominantly Muslim men. So what has to change? How is it going to change? And how quickly does it need to change? Because you just took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to follow this up and say that sounds like a nation on the verge of suicide to me. How much time do you have before something drastic has to happen?
Well, I said on X recently that I think we probably have 2 national elections left to save the UK. And Elon Musk replied and said, no, you have one. And I think there is a view that if we do not get radical political change within the next few years, that a lot of what we're witnessing will become irreversible.
Did you see that? That is scary if you ask me. Listen, this isn't speculation. It is happening right before our eyes. In the year 2000, the Muslim population in the UK was around 1.5 million. By 2011, that number rose to somewhere around 2.7 million. That is, it almost doubled in a decade. Fast forward to 2021, and we are looking at a population of about 3.9 million Muslims living in the UK. At this rate, Muslims could make up over 20% of the UK population by 2035. In parts of London and Birmingham, Muslim populations have already overtaken Christian ones.
England, for example, the United Kingdom, is probably one of the best places to be, actually, from my experience. It really is one of the best in terms of freedoms. Compare it with this almost next door neighbor, France, which look at what's going on there. There's no doubt that living as a Muslim in somewhere like London or Birmingham or Bradford is so much more advantageous than living in Paris or somewhere else. No doubt about that.
Some areas have over 50% Muslims. Let that sink in. But this isn't just about numbers. It's about a cultural and a religious shift. One that has happened before. Take Turkey, for example. This was once a stronghold of early Christianity. The Apostle Paul preached there. The early churches mentioned in the Bible, talking about Ephesus, Galatia, Colossae, they were all in what is now modern day Turkey. The Bible itself says, so mightily grew the word of God and prevailed. And that happened right there in Turkey. And you can get that from, I think, Acts 19 verse 20. I hope I'm correct. But over time, things changed in Turkey. Islam entered Turkey peacefully through trade, coexistence, and settlement. Gradually, Muslim communities grew larger and more powerful. Then came the year 1453, and Constantinople in Turkey fell. Churches became mosques. Christians were given 3 choices. You either convert to Islam, pay a special tax, or you leave Turkey altogether. Today, Turkey is almost 100% Muslim. The same pattern appeared in Sokoto in Nigeria. Islam came in gradually, peacefully at first, then came the jihad, that is what they call the holy war. And before you knew what was happening, Sokoto became the Islamic capital of Nigeria. Now, some may say these are isolated incidents from the past, but the pattern is consistent and it is based on a long-term strategy. Step 1, they settle peacefully. Step 2, grow in numbers. Step 3, request special recognition and rights. Step 4, push for cultural and legal dominance. If you reside in the UK, does any of this sound familiar to you? In fact, some Islamic texts support this method. For example, in Surah 9 verse 5, the Quran says, unalive the polytheists wherever you find them. And in Surah 9 verse 29, it instructs Muslims to fight those who don't believe in Islam until they pay a tax and feel subdued. Yes, there are different interpretations, but these verses have been used historically to justify expansion and conquest. Now back to the UK. Did you know that more mosques are being built today than churches? Did you know that there are reportedly over 80 unofficial Sharia courts operating in the UK? Did you know that some schools have stopped Christian plays and songs to avoid offending Muslim students, while Muslim prayers are openly practiced in public spaces? Even more alarming is the fact that ex-Muslims who convert to Christianity in the UK often remain silent out of fear. Yes, in the UK, the land that once sent missionaries all over the world. And what are the churches doing? They are mostly silent. If Turkey, where Paul preached, could shift from a Christian land to a near total Islamic stronghold, why not London? Why not Manchester? Why not Birmingham? This is not hatred. This is not about attacking Muslims. This is about seeing a trend and asking hard questions before it is too late. One religion is expanding boldly, while the other is stepping back quietly. This is a wake-up call, because if the current trends continue, the church bells of Britain may fall silent, and no one will even remember when they last rang. Please do not forget to like this video so that more people will see it. Kindly subscribe to my channel as well, and do well to drop a comment and let us know what you think about this development. See you on the next one. Bye for now.